The first El Clasico of the season between Real Madrid and FC Barcelona is going to be taking place this weekend on Sunday, which is a game not to miss. In this video, I am going to break down the analysis of the first El Clasico of this season between Real Madrid and FC Barcelona. In this video, I am going to give you guys my predicted lineups for the two teams between Real Madrid and FC Barcelona. In this video, I am going to give you guys my possible predictions for the first El Clasico of the season. In this same video, I'm going to give you my expectations for the first El Clasico game of the season 2025-2026. So if this is the first time you are coming across my YouTube channel, I will appreciate if you can hit a thumb up to the video, you hit the subscribe button so we can enjoy more games in the days ahead. Now let us get into the detail of the game. Real Madrid versus FC Barcelona. Who is going to win this game at the end of the day? Because when you take a look at the La Liga table, Real Madrid is already seated at the top of the La Liga table with 2 points ahead of FC Barcelona, and we are getting to La Liga match day 10. Who is going to be leading the La Liga at the end of the day? Because this game is actually going to be looking like a game where it's going to decide on who is going to win the La Liga title at the end of the season. Right now, let us take a look at Real Madrid last 5 games and compare them to Barcelona last 5 games. When you take a look at Real Madrid last 5 games, you'll notice that they won 4 of the last 5 games and suffered 1 defeat, and that defeat was against Atletico de Madrid, and it is the only defeat of Real Madrid this season. When you take a look at Barcelona in their last 5 games, FC Barcelona won 3 of their last 5 games, suffered 2 defeats, a defeat in La Liga against FC Sevilla 4-1, a defeat in the UEFA Champions League against the European champions Paris Saint-Germain 2-1. And now it is very possible that the El Clasico is going to end with a winner. You know, I can never remember the last time where I watched an El Clasico game between these two guys and it ended in a drawless game, right? So I cannot remember the last time I actually saw that happening, or an El Clasico where there are no goals. I can still remember last season Barcelona won Real Madrid 4 good times in La Liga and even in the Copa del Rey. So this season is going to be looking somehow special to Real Madrid, because they are not just coming to win Barcelona as a La Liga team, they are coming to get the revenge of last season. And this is going to be Xabi Alonso first El Clasico as Real Madrid head coach. Is he going to win the game at the end of the day? I'm going to tell you towards the end of this video. Now let us take some of the last 5 fixtures between Real Madrid and Barcelona. Now when you take a look at last season fixtures, which was played on the 11th of May, right? Was last season, 11th of May. Barcelona defeated Real Madrid 4-3. This was towards the end of last season. 26th of April, Barcelona won Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey through penalty shootout, through extra time, 3-2. That is on the 12th of January this same year. Barcelona defeated Real Madrid in Santiago Bernabeu 5-2, and on the 26th, which is going to be this Sunday, Real Madrid is going to be playing again at home against FC Barcelona. Can Real Madrid get their revenge on Barcelona on Sunday, or Barcelona will continue their winning streak against Real Madrid? Now 2024, which was last year, Barcelona played against Real Madrid and won them 4-0. This was when Hansi Flick just came in. The same 2024, Barcelona won Real Madrid 2-1 again. Now 2024, Real Madrid won Barcelona 3-2. 2024 again, Real Madrid won Barcelona 4-1. 2023, Real Madrid won Barcelona 2-1. 2023 again, Barcelona won Real Madrid 3-0. 2023 again, Real Madrid won Barcelona 4-0. 2023 again, Barcelona won Real Madrid 2-1. And in 2023 again, Barcelona won Real Madrid 1-2. Now when I take a look at all of these fixtures from 2023, you'll notice that Barcelona has more wins against Real Madrid than Real Madrid has wins against FC Barcelona. Now this game on Sunday is going to be a tough one. Like I said, this is already La Liga match day 10, and Barcelona is going into that game to win the game. Real Madrid also coming to win the game. And if I'm being honest with you, when I take a look at how the season started, right, Real Madrid is miles ahead of Barcelona in terms of form, how the season started, because Real Madrid is looking somehow better than Barcelona so far this season, if I'm being honest with you. But when you take a look at Real Madrid last 2 games, against Getafe, it was actually because of poor officiating that Real Madrid got the 3 points in that game, if I'm being honest with you, because 2 players were actually sent off in that game, and at the end of the day, Real Madrid won the game 1-0 thanks to Kylian Mbappe. And the UEFA Champions League game they played against Juventus, won the game 1-0 thanks to Jude Bellingham, right? And when you take a look at that game, you'll notice that Real Madrid did not actually show up in that game. Is it that they were actually preserving their energy for the El Clasico? That is false. I don't think they were actually preserving their energy for the El Clasico, because that was not actually the first game. When you take a look at all the games Real Madrid have played so far this season against bigger teams, Juventus, Villarreal, Atletico de Madrid, and Olympique de Marseille, Real Madrid did not dominate any of these games. But when you take a look at Barcelona, whether against bigger teams or smaller teams, Barcelona is suffering. If I'm being honest, against Osasuna, Barcelona suffered. Against Levante, Barcelona suffered. Against Real Oviedo, Barcelona suffered. Against PSG, Barcelona suffered. Against Olympiacos, it was even because of poor officiating that Barcelona won that game easily, because at 2-1, an Olympiacos player was sent off with a red card. And the only game, this is where Barcelona played differently, was against Newcastle, UEFA Champions League match 1, where they won the game 2-1 thanks to Marcus Rashford. But this El Clasico on Sunday is going to be a special one to Barcelona, a special one to Hansi Flick, a special one to Real Madrid, and a special one to Xabi Alonso, who is going to win the El Clasico game of the day. And in this paper here I have right here with me is my predicted lineups for the two teams, right? My predicted lineups for the two teams, like I said, this is going to be Xabi Alonso first El Clasico of the season. Who can remember how Hansi Flick's first El Clasico of last season ended? It's the same history going to repeat itself, but in favor of Xabi Alonso. I'm going to give you guys my honest predictions at the end of the video. Now, let us take a look at my possible lineups for the two teams. When you take a look at Real Madrid will normally play with a formation of 4-3-3. This is the traditional formation that Real Madrid have always been using since the club's creation, right? Now, in my goalkeeping position, I'm going to go with Thibaut Courtois, one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time. When I go to the level of the defense, my two fullbacks, Fede Valverde will be my right fullback, and Alvaro Carreras will be my left fullback. At the level of the central defense, I'm going to go with Ede Militao and Raul Asensio. The reason why I'm going to start Raul Asensio ahead of Dean Huijsen is simply because Dean Huijsen is just returning from an injury after 1 month of not playing football, so I'm not going to start him in this game against Barcelona. And someone can be asking me, why am I starting Fede Valverde as a right back whereas Trent Alexander-Arnold is back? To be honest with you, Trent Alexander-Arnold is back, yes, but the guy has missed too many games. He has been out for 2 months without any club competition, so I think coming from the bench is going to be more important for him. There are more games to play, right? This is just La Liga match day 10. Why should I risk a player whereas there are 28 more La Liga games to play after this one? I mean, UEFA Champions League games to play, Copa del Rey games to play, so I would prefer to start Fede Valverde as a right fullback in this game against FC Barcelona. When I go to the level of the midfield, I'm going to start with Arda Güler, Tchouaméni, and Jude Bellingham. Now, someone can be asking me, why am I starting Jude Bellingham in this game? The reason why I'm starting Jude Bellingham in this game is simply because Fede Valverde is going to start this game as a fullback. If Fede Valverde was to start this game at the level of the midfield, Jude Bellingham could have dropped to the bench. Now, you can also be asking me, why am I starting Arda Güler? If you have not been watching Real Madrid games, you won't understand why I'm starting Arda Güler. If I'm being honest with you, Arda Güler is among the top 3 best midfielders in the world right now. As from this season, he is among the top 3 best midfielders that have been performing perfectly well since the start of this season. So I'm going to start Arda Güler, Aurelien Tchouaméni, and Jude Bellingham at the level of the midfield. When I go to the level of the attack now, where there will be a little bit of competition, I'm going to first of all call Kylian Mbappe before any other name. So Kylian Mbappe will be my main striker in this game against FC Barcelona. Vinicius Junior as my left wing, and Brahim Diaz as my right wing. Now you can ask me, HT, why am I starting Brahim Diaz ahead of Franco Mastantuono, ahead of Rodrigo, right? If I'm being honest with you, when I take a look at the way Franco Mastantuono started the season, he's a very good player, a very talented player, a very hardworking player. We all saw it at the Club World Cup. I'm not going to pretend to you, I never knew this guy until the Club World Cup with River played. When Real Madrid announced signing Franco Mastantuono, it was when I went ahead to do the findings to know this guy. So I started watching him from the Club World Cup. The guy have been good, a lot of big moves away. Even take a look at the start of La Liga season, the guy have been good, but I prefer to start him from the bench against Barcelona. And the main reason why I'm choosing Brahim Diaz ahead of him is because of experience. Brahim Diaz knows what it means to play against FC Barcelona, right? So Rodrigo is not really a big name in this type of game because we have not seen him really well this season, like since the end of last season, and now we have not really seen Rodrigo. So I'll go with Brahim Diaz, Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior. Guys, let me know your own possible lineup for this game against FC Barcelona. I mean Real Madrid possible lineup. And now Barcelona lineup, I'm going to go with the formation of 4-2-3-1. Remember, Real Madrid formation was 4-3-3. So as from Barcelona, I'm going to work with the formation of 4-2-3-1. At the level of the goalkeeping position, Szczesny, there is no other option. Only say Szczesny. Ter Stegen is injured. Joan Garcia is injured, and all of them are going to miss this game against Real Madrid, the most prestigious game of the season. Remember, El Clásico game in Spain is more important than a UEFA Champions League game against other teams. If I'm being honest, if you have been watching football, you notice that El Clásico game is like a game where you have to play and move to another step. The game is always different. El Clásico games are always different. Though this time around El Clásico is not like the El Clásico of those days, but it is still the El Clásico, a Spanish La Liga game. So in Barcelona, I'm going to go with Szczesny as a goalkeeper. When I go to the defense, I'm going to work with the formation of 4-2-3-1. So at the level of the defense now, I'm going to work with Jules Koundé and Alejandro Balde as my two fullbacks. Jules Koundé as my right fullback and Alejandro Balde as my left fullback. When I go to the level of the central defense, Paul Kubasi and Eric Garcia. Now, if you have been watching Barcelona games since the end of last season, or let me just say this season, ever since Inigo Martinez left, Hansi Flick have been trying players to see which player is going to link up with Paul Kubasi at the level of the central defense. But if there's one player I would like to appreciate his hard work, is Eric Garcia. So I think Eric Garcia starting this game alongside Paul Kubasi is going to be a good combination. So Eric Garcia have been a good player. He's very calm with the ball. So I think starting a game like this one, I hate him starting this type of game. I hate of Ronald Araujo and even Christensen is going to look somehow good. Maybe Christensen and Araujo can come from the bench, but for now I'm going to start with Paul Kubasi and Eric Garcia. When I go to the level of the defense, I will start the game with two central defenders, right? Pedri and Frankie de Jong. Pedri and Frankie de Jong will sit in front of the defense. Then ahead of them now, Lamine Yamal, Fermin Lopez and Marcus Rashford are all going to start at the level of the attack line. So then my striker in this game is going to be Ferran Torres. For now, if I'm being honest, I just know that Ferran Torres is going to play against Real Madrid. But I don't know if Hansi Flick is really going to start him because he missed the game against Olympiacos. Right? He missed the game against Olympiacos. He also missed the game against Girona in La Liga. But I think this game, the guy can start the game because there is no player. Rafinha have been out for, let me say, 2 months. Rafinha have been out for 2 months, and he's set to return against Real Madrid. He's back. He's training with the team. But starting Rafinha in this game ahead, Ferran Torres is going to risk the guy. Remember, this is just match the 10. We have 28 La Liga games to play after this one. I will have many UEFA Champions League games to play. So risking a player against Real Madrid does not make any sense. This is not the title game. So if Real Madrid win this game, they'll be 5 points ahead of Barcelona. Barcelona can catch up in the long run, right? Rather than risking a player. So for now, that's my possible lineup for these two teams between Real Madrid and FC Barcelona. Guys, if you are a Barcelona fan, right, take a look at the possible lineup I've predicted and tell me what you think about the lineup. If possible, make some corrections, the corrections you want to make, because I know this is just from a personal point of view, and maybe you have your own point of view. Which players do you think are in this lineup for Barcelona that you think we're supposed to start the game from the bench, and who do you think from the bench is going to start the game? And when you take a look at this Barcelona team, right, Fermin Lopez returning back from injury is the best thing that has happened to Barcelona since the start of this season. If you watch the game against Olympiacos, this guy changed Barcelona game. He scored a hat-trick in that game. He won the UEFA Champions League Player of Match Week 3. That is just to tell you the shape of this guy. Marcus Rashford scored a brace in that game. Lamine Yamal also scored in that game. And if I'm being honest with you, I know many rival fans are complaining of Lamine Yamal because of his girlfriend. Yes, I don't like his lifestyle, but let me tell you guys the truth. Lamine Yamal is going to cook in this game. You guys are going to be disappointed at the end of the day. Lamine Yamal is going to cook in this game. And Real Madrid is a club with the highest number of goals that Lamine Yamal have scored. Lamine Yamal have scored 3 goals against Real Madrid, 3 goals against Atletico Bilbao. So these are the 2 teams that Lamine Yamal have scored the most goals in his professional career. So I think this game against Real Madrid is going to be a tough one. It is going to be a tough fight between Lamine Yamal and Alvaro Carreras. But I think we saw a fight between Lamine Yamal and Alvaro Carreras in the UEFA Champions League with Benfica when Barcelona played against Benfica last season. But the game was somehow balanced. I'm not going to tell you that Lamine Yamal cooked Alvaro Carreras that day, or Alvaro Carreras defended so well against Lamine Yamal. It was actually a 50-50 battle between these 2 guys. But at the end of the day, it is going to be a tough one. And El Clasico, the first El Clasico for Alvaro Carreras as a Real Madrid player, the first El Clasico, Franco Mastantuono, Trent Alexander, and also these guys are playing their first El Clasicos for Real Madrid for their first time. And Marcus Rashford starting an El Clasico game for his first time, playing an El Clasico game as a Barcelona player against Real Madrid for his first time. He's coming with a lot of motivations, man. You know, Marcus Rashford would like to win Barcelona fans in this game. If Marcus Rashford can just score or assist in this game, right, the game is going to look somehow different. I saw an interview where Marcus Rashford had, and he was asked if he would choose to score a hat-trick against Real Madrid or a winning goal against Real Madrid, and the guy said, I would prefer to score a hat-trick against Real Madrid. And when I saw that press conference, the first thing that came to my mind was the season Aubameyang left Arsenal and joined FC Barcelona. Nobody predicted Aubameyang having the type of season he had when he left Arsenal and joined FC Barcelona. But that particular season, Aubameyang scored a hat-trick against FC Barcelona, right? It was under Xavi Hernandez. But this time around, another Premier League player from another Premier League club that was rejected because Arsenal rejected Aubameyang, he joined Barcelona, scored a hat-trick. Manchester United rejected Rashford, and now he has joined Barcelona. Is he going to score a hat-trick? I'm not saying he's going to score a hat-trick, but just imagine that happening. So guys, let us not panic. This is the most anticipated game of the season. We all remember what happened last season, and Real Madrid coming into this game is coming to win. If I'm being honest with you, I think the only thing that Real Madrid can do in this game is to win this game against FC Barcelona. Even if Real Madrid have the best performance in the world and share points against FC Barcelona, Real Madrid fans are not going to accept it, right? Because when you even take a look at the 2 teams, Real Madrid spent 100 plus millions euros this summer to sign players. Barcelona spent how much? Just 25 million euros. Real Madrid brought in Franco Mastantuono, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Dean Huijsen, Alvaro Carreras. That is just to tell you that Real Madrid is ready for a win in this game. And who did Barcelona sign? Ronny Badji, Marcus Rashford, Joan Garcia. Joan Garcia is going to miss this game, and Ronny Badji is not really a sure starter. But in this game, with the movements from these guys I've seen, like the games I've watched this guy play, man, I think this guy is not really playing enough time. But the little minutes that Hansi Flick is giving him, he's always trying to prove something. So this game is going to be a tough one for Real Madrid, a tough one for Barcelona. Now, what are my predictions for this game? Like we all normally know, I showed you guys how recent El Clasico games ended from 2023 to 2025. That's the current date, right? We saw games where 1-0, 3 goals to 0, 4 goals to 1, 5-2, 4-3, goal difference of 1, goal difference of 2. But this El Clasico this season, with the form at which Kylian Mbappe is right now, I can guarantee you guys Kylian Mbappe is going to score in this game. I can also guarantee you guys Marcus Rashford is going to score in this game. Those are my 2 first predictions for this game. Kylian Mbappe to score and Marcus Rashford to score. I cannot remember the last time an El Clasico game ended goalless. I cannot remember the last time I saw an El Clasico game without goals. So it is going to be a tough battle for Xabi Alonso, a tough battle for Hansi Flick. But at the end of the day, right, if I'm being honest with you, Real Madrid is playing this game at home. I'm a Barcelona fan. If you ask me who is going to win this game, I'm very sorry to say this. I think Real Madrid is going to win this game. I think Real Madrid is going to win this game. The reason why I think Real Madrid is going to win this game is because of the squad depth. Now, when you take a look at Barcelona possible lineup that I gave you guys earlier in the video, you ask yourself, what if Pedri get tired in the game? Who is going to substitute him? Is it going to be Marc Casado, Marc Bernal? These guys are not world-class players. If Frankie de Jong get tired in this game, who is going to replace him? Marc Bernal, Marc Casado. Are they world-class? No. At the level of the attack, who is going to replace Lamine Yamal in case of fatigue? Rooney Badji. Is he a world-class player? No. Who is going to replace Rashford? Rafinha, world-class player, very good one. Ferran Torres, world-class player, very good one. And now when you come to this Real Madrid team, right, from a lineup, Franco Mastantuono is on the bench. Rodrigo is on the bench. That is just to tell you Camavinga is on the bench. That is just to tell you even Endrick that is not playing is a world-class player. We are all saw it. He's not really that average. From the bench, Andre Lunin can substitute Thibaut Courtois in this game. That is just to tell you Real Madrid is very balanced as compared to the Barcelona team. That's why I said if I'm to predict this game from my honest part of my heart, I'm going to tell you Real Madrid is going to win this game. But in other part, I still have a feeling that Barcelona is going to win this game, right? Predicting this game, betting, if I have to place, maybe let me just say I have to place this. Who is going to win the game? And the winner is going to make me take double of this, and I don't want to lose this thing. I'll give Real Madrid to win in this game. But since I'm a Barcelona fan, my first prayer is first of all for Barcelona to win this game. Second prayer is for Barcelona not to have injuries in this game. Third prayer is for Barcelona to have a decent game. If I'm being honest, I want Barcelona to win this game at all costs. But if you are not being biased, you can clearly see that Real Madrid is having a better season than FC Barcelona. But at the end of the day, I trust my club. Last season, every odds were against FC Barcelona, but they defeated Real Madrid 4 good times. 4 good times. That is just to tell you, even Barcelona can win this game against Real Madrid on Sunday, but it is going to be a tough battle between Real Madrid and FC Barcelona because of the La Liga. This is an El Clásico game, and it is not just any other type of game. This game is like an achievement for them, right? Let me just say, even if it was just a friendly game where you are not going to gain anything at the end of the day, I promise you, Barcelona is going to play this game with their lives on the line. Real Madrid is going to play this game with their lives on the line. Guys, I'm going to end the video here. If it is about Real Madrid and Barcelona, I can talk to you tomorrow because these two guys are the biggest when it comes to football. I respect them. I'm a Barcelona fan, if I'm being honest, but I respect Real Madrid when it comes to football. I wish them all the best on Sunday. I just wish, in fact, my biggest wish in this game is for something unofficial, like there should be nothing like poor officiating in this game. We all have seen the way referees have been acting in La Liga. If I'm being honest with you, I'm not happy with some decisions against FC Barcelona. I'm not happy with some decisions against Real Madrid. I'm not happy with some decisions for Barcelona. I'm not happy with some decisions for Real Madrid, because when you take a look at La Liga referees, man, like it's as if the guys are out on internship. It's as if the guys are still learning. Every day we see like that game, so you see yellow card, red card given to things that don't even matter. You see penalties given to players. In fact, I just want that this game should be something 50-50. If this is shown to Real Madrid as 1, let it be also shown to Barcelona as 1. So at the end of the day, we should not complain. You get, at the end of the day, we want something where we just celebrate the winner and not complain. So guys, I would like to end the video here, and if this is the first time you are coming across my YouTube channel, I will appreciate if you can hit the thumb up to the video if you did not like my video. I will also appreciate if you can subscribe to my YouTube channel if you did not subscribe. I am actually on my way to 1,000 subscribers. I'm just an upcoming football content creator, so I cannot do it without your support. And most importantly, you tell me what you think about my possible lineups for Real Madrid and my possible lineup from FC Barcelona. If there are any corrections to make, just help me down in the comment section. And most importantly as well, you give me your predictions for the first El Clásico of 2025-2026 football season in Spanish Liga, March the 10th. Thank you guys for watching the video. See you until my next video.